Hey y'all, and welcome back to Keeping It Jazzy. Today I want to share my experience and my fitness and health journey. So let's start from the beginning. Me, Jasmine, I was an athlete back in the day, high school, really all throughout my life. I've been an athlete. I danced, I did basketball, I swam, was on the track, and I was on teams. So I was on the track team, swim team, basketball team, and then I also danced on the side during the weekends. So my life was completely busy with sports, working out, and being fit all the time. Let's forward now to college, where I got a scholarship for the track and field team at UMBC. I'm gonna try to find some photos and like put them over here or over here. So I was on the track and field team, and I was a jumper, so I did high jump and triple jump. Sometimes I did long jump, but not really. So anyway, my life was always filled with working out, being fit, going to the gym. So once I graduated from college, I tried to keep that up, but it was really hard and it was really difficult. You're learning how to become an adult and how to be on your own, and you're trying to figure out work, and you're trying to figure out how to work with these people that you don't know, and it was stressful. Like, it was really stressful. And just to give you like a little insight, like for me, I went back home for maybe like 2 months and that was it. Like, after 2 months I moved back out to Maryland, where I went to school, and I was really on my own. And so I had to literally, like, I was living at one point check to check, and so that's really stressful. Like, you're not thinking about the good food that you have to eat. I was barely working out. There was one time, and I may have a photo, there was one time like where I was so stressed with work that I actually stopped eating, and I lost so much weight. Like, I looked like a stick. Like, it was terrible. It was bad. Like, I didn't want to eat. There was just so much going on with work and with my life in general that I just did not eat. So my whole fitness journey was like a lot of roller coasters, ups and downs. Even at the end of my track career, I also started, I gained weight. And then again, so it's just been an up and down roller coaster of gaining a lot of weight to losing a lot of weight to gaining a lot of weight. And so let's fast forward now to 2008, where I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I was like, what the heck? I had gained so much weight. This was the heaviest that I've had ever been, ever. Okay. And I have photos to show you guys, because after that day I took photos and I was like, you know what, this can't happen. This really can't happen. I literally weighed over 180 pounds, and I felt so terrible. I felt the worst. I'm like, I used to be an athlete. How did I get like this? How did this happen? Where in my life was I okay, I'm not working out anymore, or okay, I'm not gonna care about the foods that I'm gonna eat, so yeah. So anyway, so going through that reflection, that was when I decided to start this health journey. And I was like, I'm going to start doing a YouTube. I'm going to start taping myself and recording myself and showing people the workouts that I'm doing, and maybe this can help motivate them and also motivate myself, because clearly I need to work out. What the heck was I doing? I used to be an athlete, for God's sakes. I used to be an athlete. What the heck? So I was really pretty disappointed in myself, and where I was disappointed in myself. So anyway, so that's when I started to think about doing YouTube and showing people the different workouts, and then just showing people like, hey, like, I am someone who used to be fit, and I have these ups and downs and these stressful moments as well, and I've gained weight as well. Like, no one is perfect, you know. I have a regular life. I have a 9-to-5 job. Like, I'm now married. So like, there's other things in my life that I have to do. It's not just recording and working out, but I want to show people that like, you can do it, and you can become consistent, and you can focus on your body and your health, physically, mentally, emotionally, because all of that is connected. Even the foods that you eat and what you're doing, even financial health, everything is connected. And I wanted to use this platform to show people, like, we have to be able to balance all of those things that I just mentioned, to be able to live a healthy and fit life. So I started this YouTube page back in January of 2009. And it started off okay. I think I maybe posted 1 or 2 videos. And then I clearly learned like how difficult this was. Like, it's not easy to, you know, record every day. It's not easy to edit these videos, especially when you are living your life and like, you're not just doing YouTube, you're doing other things in your life as well. And so it's like, you have to learn how to balance it, you know. And on top of that, I was learning, because I don't know anything about like editing. Like, I had to teach myself how to edit these videos. And on top of that, I am semi a perfectionist. And so for me, it's like, if something doesn't look right, like, I have to do it over and over and over and over and over again, and I won't stop until it's done. So there were literally nights where like, my husband would literally be like, are you going to bed? And like, I started editing a video at maybe like 2 o'clock, and I didn't stop trying to edit or figure things out until like 10, 11, sometimes 12. So it's just a lot of like learning. Anyway, back to my that was a little side note, but it was difficult for me to post the videos, but I was also making sure that I was working out. And so I have videos, I just have to drop them. And sometimes part of me is like, well, these videos are really old, and like, now like, I'm doing way better, like, should I just drop my new videos instead? But yeah, so the first year was really difficult. I also was trying to figure out how I can eat differently, because it's not just about working out. Like, you can work out and still gain weight because you're not changing your eating habits. Like, I know so many friends and so many people who are like, I've worked out, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, but I'm like, but what are you eating? Like, are you still eating pasta and rice and sugar and all these sweets and ice cream every day? Because if so, that is not helping. Like, that's not helping. So for me, I had to figure out what I wanted to do. And at first, in the beginning of my journey, I actually stopped eating meat, because I was thinking like, oh, eating red meat is not good for you, and just in general, like, I just didn't want to eat a lot of red meat. But that unfortunately started to change the process in my stomach, and yeah, had a whole bunch of like stomach issues on top of that as well. I could not go to the bathroom. Anyway, probably don't want to know all that. But I literally, like, it took me maybe like the whole year of 2019 to figure out the best diet, or the best food that was good for me and my body. And everybody is different. Like, no one is going to be the same. But I tried different things, you know. And the one thing that worked for me was the keto diet. So the keto diet, I don't know if you guys know, but the keto diet is where you basically cut out like carbs and sugar and whatnot. And so I did a lot of research, and they were telling me, you know, when you first start a keto diet, start slowly, like wean yourself off of these things, because if you start immediately, it's not gonna work. Your body is just gonna like fatigue, and it's not gonna be great. So that's what I did. And honestly, there was a point where I did cut out the carbs and sugar completely, and for my body, that just did not work. I would be at work and I didn't eat any type of carbs at all, and I would feel like I was going to faint. I felt really tired and sluggish, and it just did not work for me and my body. And that's why you have to test yourself. And it takes, I feel like it takes about 2 weeks for your body to learn and to change and to feel the change, you know, and understand the change and see like, oh, is this working for me or is this not working for me? But if you immediately feel like fatigue and not well like I did, then it's like, just stop it and try something else because it's not right, or talk to your doctor because you just don't know what's happening or what's going on. But for me, I was like, okay, well, I have to add some carbs in here, you know? So I decided that the only time I would eat carbs is during breakfast when I first woke up. So I only, and on top of that, I was very specific in the type of carbs that I would eat. So I would maybe eat like oatmeal, or I would have maybe like a piece of croissant with like my eggs and my fruits and my vegetables. And they said like some certain fruits you're not supposed to eat too because they have certain sugar. So, you know, I would eat all of that stuff in the beginning of the day so that during the rest of the day, I wouldn't have to eat sugar or any type of carbs. I can just do a protein and some vegetables. And honestly, that works for me. I did it for like a month and I lost 10 pounds within that month. So that got me from 80 pounds to 70 pounds, right? And so, and honestly, I was weighing around that time like 84 pounds. And so I went down to like 70, 74. And for a while, I could not break 70, like at all. And really, the number one thing was that I was not consistent. I was not consistent with what I was eating at first. I was not consistent with working out. So it was just consistency, honestly. Also, I think it was like maybe mid-year, maybe like March or so, where my sister and her friends started this group, and the group is called Gym Games. And in the group, what you had to do is you had to work out at least 3 times a week. And if you didn't work out 3 times a week, then you would have to pay the other people in the group that did work out $5. So that was also, you know, motivation and to make me want to work out, because I did not want to pay anybody $5, right? So so we started that group, and that helped as well. That helped me to become a little bit more consistent with working out because I didn't want to pay anybody any money. So consistency with working out, and consistency with your eating habits, and just knowing and understanding what works for you and what works for your body. Yeah. So now I literally work out at least 4 times a week. And don't get me wrong, there are days or weeks where I don't work out, and unfortunately this past week it's been really stressful. Like, a lot has been going on with me in my personal life, and then on top of that with work, so it's been really stressful. I haven't found the time to work out as much as I wanted to, but I'm also making sure that I am working out. Even though I didn't work out 4 times, like, I'm still making sure like I did something, you know, even if it's for 5 minutes. And going back to the group, we have to at least work out for 30 minutes for it to count. So yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to pay these people $5 this week, which sucks. But anyway, so yeah, so I think the key that I just wanted to say here is, you know, I've been a little consistent. I will say I do have to work, but I hope this, you know, opens up people's eyes, just to see that like you can do it. Like, if there's something that you want to focus on, with you being healthy and being fit, you can do it. It's just about consistency and figuring out what works best for you. For me, I like working out at home. I'm not a big gym person. I like using my body weight to work out. Sometimes I do use weights. But you have to figure out what works best for you. Like, what do you like? Do you like HIIT workouts? Do you like core workouts? Do you like lifting weights? Do you like dance workouts? I like dance workouts. So you just figure out what fits you, and yeah, that's all. So I hope you guys, I hope you guys stay tuned for the other workouts and other things that I have to say, and the things that I'm doing. And I always love your comments and your feedback, so please comment below, share your ideas, share your thoughts, share your stories, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you for watching my fitness journey. So yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. Okay, it's not easy, but if this is something that you want, if this is a goal, you have to work hard for it, and you have to work towards it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm continuing to do it, and it's not always easy, like I said. So yeah. So thank you, and I've talked way longer than I thought.